Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y are about to get crazier. It was recently revealed with datamined info that both of these Mega Evolutions are going to come with adventure effects. And this is something brand new, and it's kind of surprising because Niantic, or I should say Scopely, did not implement this with the release of these Mega Evolutions, but these are going to be implemented sometime in the future. And I'm going to be talking about the implications behind these adventure effects and what exactly they do. Hey, what's happening everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. Alright, so when it comes to Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y, both of these are super powerful Mega Evolutions, but they are essentially just that. They're just Mega Evolutions. They did not come with any adventure effects, they do not have any special qualities about them, aside from them just dealing a whole bunch of damage in raid battles. But it looks like that is just half the story, because through some data mined info, it was revealed that both of these Pokemon actually have adventure effects with their signature moves. Mega Mewtwo X, for example, Dynamic Punch, is going to allow you to have 3 charge attacks for your active Mega Evolution. This doesn't necessarily mean Mega Mewtwo X has to be the active Mega Evolution, but you're going to be able to get a 3rd charge attack. Now, why is this significant? Well, if you're doing any Super Mega Raids, you would know that in order to break the shield, you need to do a charge attack. And with Mega Mewtwo X's adventure effect, that means you're going to be able to break the shield twice, because there's going to be a 3rd charge attack. That 3rd charge attack is supposed to count towards breaking the shield, and that means the requirement for the number of Mega Evolutions in the raid is going to decrease, allowing you to take these down with less trainers. And I think this is a pretty big change, because when it comes to Super Mega Raids, I think one of the biggest criticisms is of course the hard requirement for the amount of Mega Evolutions that you need. And this is definitely going to cut into that. It means that for Super Mega Raid days, it's going to make those raid days a lot better. And also, just from a gameplay point of view, it's going to be quite interesting if you are allowed to have a 3rd charge attack through this adventure effect, like whenever they have Mega Evolution Master League battles in PvP. I wonder if that's going to allow you to have a 3rd charge attack, because that would definitely spice things up. Imagine doing PvP battles with a 3rd charge attack. It will definitely make everything completely wild. Now, of course, not just with Mega Mewtwo X, but it was also revealed that Mega Mewtwo Y has an adventure effect, and it is with its signature move, Future Sight. Now, with this particular adventure effect, what it's going to do is actually reveal whether or not the Pokemon has high IVs. Yeah, you heard that right. It's going to allow you to actually see whether or not the Pokemon is worth catching. This is going to be a pretty big one, because especially for things like Community Day, you're going to be able to see whether or not the shiny that's currently on screen is going to have a high appraisal. It may not necessarily reveal whether or not it is a hundo or a perfect appraisal Pokemon. I actually do not know how exactly this adventure effect is going to work, but this actually has some huge implications, because imagine you're out on a Community Day and you're just doing a whole bunch of shiny checking. Well, you might come across a shiny with a very high IV and you may not know about it. But with this adventure effect, you're actually going to be able to tell whether or not that shiny is going to have high IVs. For anyone who is trying to be efficient with their Pokemon storage, this could be a great way for you to just catch specific Pokemon that you know are going to be worth catching. Now, what I will say is that between these two adventure effects, probably Mega Mewtwo X is the one that players are going to use the most, because having a 3rd charge attack for your Mega Evolution is going to make things like Super Mega Raids a lot easier. But for those who are big collectors, people who are always looking for hundos and shundos, then I think Mega Mewtwo Y is going to be used more often with those players. It's probably going to be situational. You're probably going to use those adventure effects when it comes to community days, or when it comes to Pokemon Go Fest or Go Tour or the Wild Area event. Those are the kind of events where I do predict a lot of players will find some use out of Mega Mewtwo Y. But it doesn't necessarily feel overly useful, unless you're someone who just only cares about hundos and shundos. And I am very curious how they're going to implement them, because As of right now, they're not in the game, and a lot of players have already gotten Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y. There's a lot of Mewtwo's out there with both Future Sight as well as Dynamic Punch. People have collected a bunch of Mewtwo's with these moves. Is it going to be a special version of those moves that's going to have the adventure effect on them, like Dynamic Punch Plus or something like that? I really do not know. It just seems like this is something that has come out of nowhere, and I do predict that there's probably going to be some sort of finale event at the end of the season that's going to have these moves available. Maybe you're going to be asked to do more Mewtwo raids in order to get these special versions of these moves, or they're just going to retroactively add the adventure effects to these moves for any Mewtwo that you already have. But regardless, this is all really cool stuff. I do think this is definitely something that has made Pokemon Go Fest a lot more valuable. For all those Mewtwo's that you caught, it makes those Mewtwo's even better, like a lot more special. And yeah, I think this is a really cool move by Scopely. I mean, it seems like this is going to be the pattern moving forward, that anytime they have some sort of big chase Pokemon, like in previous years we had the fusion forms for Necrozma, and then we had the fusion forms for Kyurem, and then of course Origin Form Dialga, Origin Form Palkia, they all had adventure effects. Actually, I don't think Necrozma did, but regardless, yeah, adventure effects. These seem to be the new special thing to make Pokemon seem a lot more special than they actually are. I think this is a cool idea, and I'm very curious to see what else they implement. We certainly have a lot of different Pokemon that are yet to be released in Pokemon Go, and I'm sure they're trying to craft a whole bunch of adventure effects for those Pokemon. Like, for example, Arceus. I wonder what adventure effect that Pokemon is going to have. It's probably going to be something really cool. But yeah, this is some pretty cool stuff, and I'm definitely looking forward to when they're going to be implemented, and hopefully it is really soon. And in any case, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts regarding these adventure effects down below. Do you think they're actually quite useful? Do you feel like maybe they're just not necessary in the grand scheme of things? I would love to know your opinions. Definitely share them in the comments, and let's have a great discussion. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it and you want to support my channel, best way you could do that is hitting the like button for this video, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already, and turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. Also, take some time and check out the links in the description below. One of them is my Patreon page, and if you join my Patreon, you get a spot on my Pokemon Go friends list. So if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, like with raid battles and all that good stuff, make sure you go and check out my Patreon. And that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you in the next video.